Hey guys, it's David with MACkite. We are here in Brazil and we are about to do our first trials on the brand new 2025 Orbit Pro. I'm taking a 10 meter out today. Should be hopefully powered enough for it. It looks like it might be a little bit light. I see quite a few 12s out there. But we're gonna give it a go and I'm excited to try the new one and see if we can figure out exactly how this one's different compared to the current 2024 one I have been riding and see the differences. So I actually managed to get sessions on both the 10 meter of the 2025 Orbit Pro as well as the 8.1. Big thanks to Baby Shark for letting me borrow your kites and get a session together. It was a lot of fun up in Praia in Brazil here. So that's where a lot of these shots are from. So what I noticed with the new Orbit Pro is that it actually felt faster to me and it seems like it wants to sit higher up in the wind window. I'm assuming a lot of this has to be with the new NMAX 2 material that they used on the leading edge. So the whole diameter of the leading edge is smaller. I noticed it for me right away with just picking up the kite. I've been flying the 2024 Orbit Pros in both the 8 and 10. So using the 8.1 meter was pretty obvious right away. Just holding the kite, you could feel the difference in diameter and tell that it was quite a bit smaller. The kite felt faster through the loops, and as well as, like I said, it seemed like it wants to sit higher. The jumps feel like they want to pull you a little bit more vertical, which is really nice. It's kind of, maybe like my opinion is a little bit contrary to like what a lot of other people said, but I actually felt that the 2024 Pros didn't feel all that significantly different from my 2023 Orbit regular kites. I didn't notice a ton difference. The timing is a little bit different. It was a little bit faster in certain aspects. But as far as the actual like kite position in the wind window, things like that, it didn't feel that different to me. But as soon as I tried the 2025 Pros, I did notice this right away. It did feel like this, going from the 2024 Pro to the 2025 Pro, actually felt like a bigger jump than going from the 2023 Orbit regular to the 24 Pro. So I thought that was actually really interesting. I really liked the kites. I thought they were almost kind of what I expected the 24 Pros to feel like in terms of just like positioning and some differences and so on. I love the 24 Pros. They're still, I mean, I've been flying them for a year. Had a lot of fun on them, but I definitely noticed that the 25 Pros seem to have a little bit more going for them. They've got a little bit of changes, like I said, and I think some of that also comes with the new bridles. So it's now a 5-point attachment instead of a 4-point. So overall, the lift felt a little bit different, a little bit stronger in terms of just, like I said, bringing you straight up. So with the 25 Pros, the leading edge has been reduced. I think it's by 8 liters in total volume. And like, to me, I noticed this pretty prevalently in terms of where the kite wants to sit in the wind window. It wants to creep up a bit more, which is great. It's a little bit higher in the wind window. Even just standing on the beach, I noticed that just, you know, I've been flying the 2024 Pros for about a year now, and just standing on the beach, I'm just used to where that kite would be in both an 8 and a 10, having used them quite often. And so the moment having the 2025 Pros up, standing on the beach, you know, with the bar, I could feel like almost, you know, the bar is a little bit closer to me, meaning that the kite's up higher in the wind window, which is nice. It feels like it wants to pull you more vertically. I think it's gonna have a little bit more upwind ability. As I mentioned in the start of this, on my 10 meter session, it was a light wind day, so it was a bit hard to tell a lot about the 10 right away, but I did notice this in particular. Whereas on the 24 Pro, I feel like I would have felt that it's a little bit deeper in the wind window. I noticed even underpowered a bit, it wants to sit higher in the wind window. Feels like it's got a little bit more low-end performance now, which is great, because I think that was one of the complaints some people have had about the 2024 Pros, is that the lower end of its wind range just didn't quite have some of the same performance there. I think some of the changes made seem to have really helped that. And then on the 8.1 meter, so I was out up in Praia. We had a big wind day, looping session. I got a handful of different loops, some boogie loops and things like that on it, and it felt great, honestly, just immediately on it. The loops came around really fast. It feels like it wants to catch you quicker than the previous Pros, which is obviously amazing and something we're all looking for if you're getting into the big air game. And so having that was immensely helpful. And then, like I said, overall having that higher sitting in the wind window really wants to pull you vertically, such that when you're pulling loops and so on, you're not traveling forward too much on your takeoff. If you have a little bit of bad takeoff, or you have not quite the edging you maybe should, I think this is gonna help sort of give you a bit more forgiveness in that area. And like for me, I am no big air expert, so any kind of forgiveness I can catch from a kite is always appreciated. So to me, I think these are some great qualities on them. I'm excited to hopefully get more sessions on them in the future here. I did only get like 2 sessions on the 8, so I got a really powered session and then a lighter wind session. Same thing as on the 10, it seemed like it had more performance than I'm used to the Pro having in light wind, which is obviously great. It just gives your kites a bit more range. And then the 10 still felt extremely stable up in the air, even on the lighter winds. So overall, I think what they've done and what North has been doing here with the new Pros is a great step. I think it's a great kite for the like intermediate rider, kind of starting to play into big air, playing into loops. The Orbit's such a classic looping kite. I think once you're kind of used to that or used to loops and so on, I think it's a great time to think about the Pro. It's just going to give you a bit more performance. It's going to get you a bit faster turning. Like I said, I think you're going to get more jump height out of them. So overall, my first impressions on them is that I really think the new 2025 Pros are just a great kite, and excited to get more sessions on them and hear more of everyone else's feedback too. Would love to hear any questions you have, and hopefully we can dig in and try to get those answered for you guys. So that's it for me on this one. Hopefully that gave you a little bit of insight into first looks at the 2025 Pro. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video answering some of the questions I get, and if I get some more sessions on them, such that I can give a little bit deeper feedback. Right now, this was just a couple quick sessions, so I don't have a long time on the kite to give you guys deep analysis on what I think about it, but hopefully it gives you a little bit of insight, and then I'll see you guys in the next video.